Hey, welcome everybody to this week's live show. Live on Facebook and YouTube. So I hope I don't screw up too bad. Nah, I'm cool. I'm all about it. Got my notes in front of me. But hope you guys are having a great week. I hope you're getting better. A lot of people are down. A lot of people are depressed. And I think it has something to do with the weather. I woke up this morning, it was sun shining out. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'm going outside. I'm working in the shed. I've got to clean the shed out. I know I mentioned it before, but I got to clean that shed out. But it's raining. So I'm inside doing a live video for you. So I want to talk about how to improve your self-esteem. This is really important because a lot of people are down. A lot of people's self-esteem is low. And it may be the weather, it may be the times that we're living in, who knows. But hey, you are in control. You can change anything in your life and you know it. And, I'm going to push it right away. My book, people are already talking about it. And the reason I bring that up is I actually went to the bank today. And one of the tellers was there. And she's like, hey, I saw your picture in the high school yearbook. And I'm like, oh my God. Back when I was cool. And she's like, yeah, it was so funny. Me and my husband were talking about it. We looked at everybody's. She says, but you know what? I ordered your book a while ago and I love it. I'm like, hey, thanks. And I asked her, I said, well, how's it doing? How are you doing with it? She says, no, I ordered it like 2 months ago and I did it and I'm still doing the things that the book talks about. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's what it's all about. So let's talk about these 7 ways to improve your self-esteem. All right. So the first one is identify and challenge your negative beliefs. Right off the bat, this is a big one. What are your negative beliefs? What is holding you back? That kind of thing. Notice your thoughts about yourself. Do you find yourself saying, I can't, I can't, I can't, I can't do this. I can't do that. If you're thinking those negative thoughts, I've said it many times. The minute you say you can't, your brain's like, you're right. You can't. So, just at this first step, you really want to identify your challenges that you're having and identify your negative thought patterns. Okay. So that's just notice them. You don't have to change them yet, but you want to notice them. And I've even had people that have wrote stuff down and I'm a big thing about writing stuff down. I have my notes, my books that I write stuff down in, but getting it on paper really changes it. It's not just a thought, it's a physical thing. So think about your negative thoughts. Think about your negative beliefs. Think about what challenges you have, what's holding you back. Think about how your emotions are. Do you have a lot of negative emotions? Do you have a lot of positive emotions? That kind of thing. Second thing is to notice your positive ones. Okay? We go to the negative, but we got to go to the positive. It's also good to write down positive things too. Go through the day, or even if you're doing your meditation, before you meditate, sit and just think about, what am I happy about? Write those down. And later on, you could actually print it up on a piece of paper and hang it on your wall of what you're happy, what makes you thrive, what makes you get up in the morning. I hate saying that because I'm going to do a show about that, but what makes you get up in the morning? For me, what gets me up in the morning, and I'll have a rant about it, it's the alarm clock waking me up to go to work. And that's what 90% of these, 90% of people that are probably watching the video are thinking, yeah, that's what gets me up in the morning is I have to go to work. So I'll talk about that later in a different video. But no, write down your positive things. What are you thinking of? What positive things in your life can you think of that you can actually think about more? Start getting less and less negative thoughts and more positive thoughts. Okay. The third one is build positive relationships and avoid the negative ones. This is another thing I've talked about many times. And you're probably going, yeah, I know you talk about it all the time. But no, get the people in your life that you want to become. Get those negative people out of your life. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes you can't because they're family. But you can control how your emotions are towards them. If you have relatives that treat you like crap all the time, and you hate them for it, well, you know what? You can also think of, yeah, that's just the way they are. I'm not going to be able to change them. I could try. You could try to change them, but change yourself first. Work on yourself and try to find some positive in it. You know, there, I mentioned it before, the technique of when you see someone that really upsets you, imagine them in a clown outfit. Imagine them with a big red nose, I don't know, something. There's different techniques you can do to help you change, but just start thinking positive about these people. If they can't think of positive about themselves, then maybe you can for them. I don't know. And the fourth one is give yourself a break. Take those times where you can go to the park and you can sit on the park bench and watch the trees or watch the birds or whatever. Or sometimes what I do is when I ride my bike out at Maumee Bay State Park, I go all the way down to the break wall. There's like steps out into the Lake Erie. And I just go all the way down the end and sit there because there's never anybody down there. Now, it's funny because the last few times I've been there, I noticed that more people have been sitting down in that area, and it's cool. I'm not going to go up to them, this is my spot, but I also noticed that they built a building. I don't know what it is yet because they're not done with it, but they actually put a building down there. I'm like, oh man, this is my spot, but I'll find another spot. It's not a big deal. But yeah, it's just somewhere to go that you can take a break for yourself. Some people go and drive to different places. Like when I do my photo hunting, I drive to different locations and just hang out, covered bridges, stuff like that. Other people use their Zen garden. I am going to be building benches to put in your Zen garden as part of my woodcrafts. That's my way to give myself a break. I get away and build stuff. But people get in their Zen garden or their meditation garden or whatever you want to call it, your prayer garden. And that gives a break to yourself. Now, you can go on vacation, stuff like that. But what I'm talking about is your daily breaks where just take some time out during your day and take a break for yourself and relax. That might be your meditation time. But then again, make it something different. Don't just go out in your Zen garden and meditate and call that your break, because that is healthy and you are helping yourself, but find something different to where even if it's 5 minutes, you can just walk out and do something. It will help you change your state of mind. It'll help you, feel better. Here's one. Become more assertive and learn to say no. I just experienced this one yesterday. Now, as I'm recording this, I'm home and it is 1:14 and I'm doing this live video for you. And the reason I'm home is because my wrist is messed up. And thank God the swelling went down, but it still hurts. And I went to urgent care yesterday, 4 days after it started hurting. I'm kind of stubborn about that. But they said that I couldn't go to work for 2 days because the work that I do at the factory is where I lift and twist with this hand. And there I go twisting. I shouldn't be doing this, but I lift and twist with that hand so much that she thinks I sprained it. And she said, get a brace, which I have the brace on now, but get a brace and don't go to work for 2 days. So I'm like, okay. So I'm taking the opportunity to do stuff around the house, making these videos for you and stuff. But yeah, become more assertive, say no. And short story long, the reason I brought that up is I actually had the choice not to go to work. She's like, do you want me to write you a slip for 2 days off? She said, I really think you should take 2 days off, but I can't force you. Do you want to take 2 days off? And I was like, when I was in the office, I'm like, no, it'd be more for convenience than anything. I'm not going to take off work. And I drove away and actually drove back and I said, no, you know what? I think I will take 2 days off. And that's where I have a problem is I can't say no to a lot of people. People ask me stuff and I help them out. But you really have to learn to say no. It's a very powerful sentence, the word no. It's one word, but I think it's a huge sentence. And by you be able to say no to things, is going to help you out because you'll be able to get the stuff done that you want to get done. Now, you don't want to be rude to people, but, you just have to tell them if they ask you to do something that you really don't want to, just say no. And I'm working on that too. So we'll work on that together and hopefully we can both start to say no. Okay. So when I ask you to watch my videos, say yes. Don't say no. All right. Now, another one too. Number 6 here. We're on number 6 is improve your health. The foundry of this show, the tree roots of this show is get up and do things. Get physical. Whether it's walking to the end of the driveway and back, whether it's doing your meditation, if you're in a wheelchair, roll to the end of the street. Okay. That may sound rude. I don't know, but no, that's life. You're in the wheelchair. You still have to exercise. DDPY yoga has a lot of exercise that works in bed. It works. They have, bed flex. They have chair flex. Doesn't matter your situation. Okay. If you can move, move. Get more physical. The more you move, the better you live. Downright, bar none. That's the foundation. If you sit and do nothing, you're going to waste away. You have to get up and move. Have to get up to get those steps out. If you have trouble walking, if you're using crutches, stuff like that, if you have to walk with a cane, if you have to use a walker, that's okay. Still get up and move. Now, you don't want to get up and move to the point where you're going to hurt yourself, but build yourself up. That's why I say walk to the end of the driveway and back. Do 5 curls, okay? Do something. And every time you move, you're going to help yourself. You're going to improve. Like I said, even if it's just walking to the next telephone pole. And the next day you're going to walk past that other telephone pole. The next day you're going to walk past the next telephone pole. It's a great way to monitor yourself and find out if you're improving. Because if you're not improving, find out why. What are you doing wrong? You might be doing something wrong. Who knows? But you're going to improve. And the main thing is get up and move. Okay? Think about your physical health. Eat better. Drink better. Stop drinking the pop. Okay? Cut back. If you don't want to stop 100%, cut back. I cut back. When I go to restaurants, I'll order a Sprite. It's the same thing. Cut back. But improve your health. You have to improve your health. That's the foundation of this show. Get up and move. Eat better. Think better. And improve your health. Okay, number 7. Take on new challenges. This one is huge for your body and your mind. By you taking on new challenges, you're training yourself to do different things. You're finding out things that you might enjoy. And you're building those neural connections in your brain that you didn't have before. They did a study with nuns. They found that nuns actually live better, more fulfilled lives and live longer and are more fulfilled and more active in their later years. And they found out because they're lifelong learners. Faith has something to do with it also. But when you're taking on new challenges, you're breaking out of your comfort zone. You always grow when you break out of your comfort zone. And 2, you're building new transmissions in your brain. You're building new connections in your brain. It's a proven fact. Every time you learn, you're doing something different. You're building new connections in your brain. And you're changing your brain. And you're changing it for the better, the more positive. And that's what we want. So take on new challenges. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's knitting. Doesn't matter if it's skydiving, but remember to pack your chute. Remember to put on your chute. That's important. Kind of important part about skydiving is remember your parachute. But that's what I mean. Bicycle. Start riding your bikes. Take on the challenge. I've said it 1,000 times, and I know you're sick of it, but it's the way I feel is every time I'm riding down that path, I ride out of Wildwood Park onto the University Trail. And now the University Trail is too short for me. And I still ride past those benches thinking I had to stop there. I had to stop there. It's the telephone pole rule. Walk past that telephone pole. Look at that telephone pole. I didn't stop by there that time. I walked right past that telephone pole, or I rode my bike past that bench. And now I'm up to riding my bike 27 to 30 miles in a shot. And to some people that's nothing because, they have the road bikes and all that. But that's not me. I'm building myself up to that. And it's getting exercise, it's getting better breathing, you're building those neurotransmitters in your brain, all that stuff. So take on new challenges. Think about what you might enjoy doing and try it. Just get out and do it. Get up and move. All right. So anyhow, those are the 7 things I want to talk about this week. And I hope you enjoyed this live. I enjoy putting these out for you. I know I don't do enough of them because I'm doing so many other things. And I'm trying to balance my life balance, trying to do it. But hopefully I'll put out some more videos for you. And I hope you enjoy this. Like I always say, please, wherever you listen to the podcast, please hit that subscribe or follow. It's the same thing. They just call it different things. It doesn't cost you anything. And that's why they changed the word to follow. Is a lot of people are thinking when they subscribe, they have to pay, sort of like Netflix and all that. It's not like that. It's just you're subscribing so that you can get updates on when we're putting out new podcasts. So, but it's the same thing. Follow, subscribe, same thing. And on YouTube here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and give me a thumbs up on the video. It really means a lot. It changes the algorithm and it helps me out. And please leave a comment. Let me know what your challenges are and how you overcome them. And even if you just want to say, hey, great video, leave a comment. It helps the algorithm and all that jazz, and helps me get up, because I'm seriously trying to build this up so that I have 1,500 subscribers, because once I hit 1,500, I can start monetizing. And the commercials that you see at the beginning of these, I get a few cents out of, and every penny helps, right? That's what we're all about. Body, mind, and wallet. All right. Have a great week. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any challenges with that, get a hold of me. You want to talk, get a hold of me. And hope you enjoyed the show. All right. Goodbye, everyone.